Plaintiff Thomas May says he is a landlord in a college town. And over the course of his career, he has rented to over 2,800 students. Thomas claims he rented a house to the defendant, but he failed to pay rent, so he's suing. Defendant Jordan Wood says after he moved into Thomas's rental home, he discovered there were dead bugs all over his room, and his room was in disrepair.
Start with you.
I've watched your show for over 20 years.
Thank you.
And I have actually become a better landlord in watching your landlord-tenant shows and learning some things. So
Write that down.
Yeah, I will.
I've watched your show for over 20 years. And I have actually become a better landlord in watching your landlord-tenant shows and learning some things. So
Write that down.
Yeah, I will.
Plaintiff Thomas May rented a house to the defendant, but the defendant claims the house was filthy and in disrepair.
I always have to get receipts on the stuff I've said in the past. Go ahead.
Okay. Up until 1987, I was a sales rep for a farm equipment company. And due to the company getting some hard times due to the farming industry, they let 6,000 people go around the world. And me being a sales rep and having a very small geographical territory.
Well, a lot of times what happens is these investment banking firms, they keep up with various corporations to see who has the potential to make more money if I lay a bunch of people off. They'll buy the company, strip it down, sell some of the units, meaning divisions, and then lay off 6,000 people to make the profit margin bigger, because that was their only interest.
They did not look at performance or seniority.
Right.
They laid off. Who could we lay off and not have to have someone else move to take up their territory?
Or whoever made the most money, lay them off
Yeah.
first. That's how that goes.
A couple months after I was laid off, they sent me a letter and told me that when I reached age 65, they were going to give me $550 a month pension. I was 43. And I told my wife, maybe we better have
That'd be worth about 200 by then. Go ahead.
I told my wife, maybe we better have something else going for ourselves rather than working for somebody else, because they can let you go at any time. So we decided, I did get another sales job, but we started flipping a few houses in real estate and decided that was too much work. So we started buying houses around the university, around Ball State in Muncie, and decided to rent to college students. In 34 years, we've rented about 2,800 college students. Ooh. And the university has recognized us recently as the best small landlord for college students.
Really?
And the city of Muncie.
You have some evidence of that.
And the city of Muncie.
You have some evidence of being awarded Small Landlord of the Year?
Well, they rated small.
Do you have any evidence? There go the salesman in you.
No, I don't have.
Go ahead, because that definitely sounds like a sales pitch.
But we are good landlords. We offer our tenants a lot of amenities. We offer flat screen TVs in all our houses, 50-inch, microwave ovens mounted above the stoves, garbage disposals, dishwashers, washer and dryers, even Panasonic vacuum cleaners. I want my tenants to sweep their houses.
Let me ask, is it more profitable to rent housing on campus or outside of the campuses, or just in regular communities?
We're outside of campus. At Ball State, they are required to be in the dorm for the first year. And then most of them go off campus because they can live 12 months off campus for about a third of what it costs them to live in a dorm.
So instead of buying a 4-unit apartment, if you had a 4-unit apartment, say in a decent part of the city, versus a 4-unit that you're going to rent out to students, which one would you take?
I want single-family houses, not apartments.
That's who you rent to, single-family?
These are all single-family houses.
Really?
3 to 7 bedrooms. We had 20 at one time. We're down to 10. Due to our age, we're slowing down a little bit. My wife would like us to be retired. So.
Okay, so that model then, the model of renting on campus versus renting off campus to the general population, which one do you think is more profitable? People want to know. There are people out here want to buy real estate. They want to know whether I should buy it outside of a college campus, because that sounds so reliable. That sounds like you definitely going to get your rent because they're going to have to leave school. And so that's what I'm trying to give some information, as I always do.
Off campus is much better for the students and, of course, the landlords. I will rather rent to students than John Q. Public any day of the week.
There you go. Wow. Because?
First of all, you've only got them 1 year, 2 year, or 3 years, and you get a full month's damage deposit, and they don't quit paying rent because the transmission broke down in their car. Until Mr. Woods came along, I had very few problems with tenants not paying.
Okay, good. And you've met Mr. Woods when?
In June of 2021, and he agreed to rent a house from me with 3 other tenants in a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house starting August 1.
How many other tenants?
4 tenants in a 4-bedroom house.
And what was the agreement on the rent?
That he would pay a damage deposit of $330 plus $330 a month for 12 months.
All right, $330 for 12 months. And I'll get from him his understanding of the agreement. Was there a lease signed for this?
I mailed him a lease in June of 2021. He received it. He said he mailed it back. For some reason, we didn't get it. But his mother sent us the $330 damage deposit and the August rent around the 1st of August.
Okay, but the question is, did he sign a lease? Was there a lease signed for this?
I mailed him a lease in June of 2021. He received it. He said he mailed it back. For some reason, we didn't get it.
Plaintiff Thomas May rented a house to the defendant, but the defendant claims the house was filthy and in disrepair.
Let me hear from you, young man.
So I'm a student at Ball State. I major in business marketing, and I didn't originally want to do that at first. I was in photography, then went to like psychology. But for the past year, I've been sneaker reselling. So that's when like you buy a sneaker and then like find somebody that has been looking for it, and then flip it for some profit. So I don't live too far from here, so I'll drive like an hour.
So you have a shop?
No, that's a dream though. That's a dream.
The company sends it to your home?
No, it's like, so say on the app, they'll like be dropping a shoe. I'll enter in for the shoe, I'll get it, and then I'll sell it to somebody else.
For a little.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, I'll raise the price.
All right, good.
Yeah,
good business.
So I've been doing that, and
how long you been doing that?
A little bit over a year, and it's been great. Like
you're not gonna drop out of school because of that, particularly if you only have a couple more years.
No.
Go ahead.
It's
been good.
Yeah, it's been really good. Like I really enjoy meeting new people. I love the business model of it, and it's just like the interactions with everybody. It's just great. And like you mentioned earlier, I hope to one day get a shoe store, because I mean I've just loved it so far.
And that's what you should do. You should find your passion, match it with your skills, and find out how to get paid for your passion that you have the skill to carry out. A lot of folks pick an industry that they have 0 skills at.
And that's not what I want to do.
I get all A's in reading comprehension in English. So you should be a lawyer. That's how I advise young people. Go ahead.
So like whenever I tell people about like my dream to be to like open a shoe store, they kind of call me optimistic because they don't see like it panning out for too long. But honestly, I'm just an optimistic person. Like I kind of like dive in and just like I always hope for the best.
Good.
So
for the star, you might land on the moon.
And sometimes it'll lead me to like just blindly having blind optimism. Some people will say. Like with the shoes, they said, I was kind of crazy for doing it, but, here I am.
You're all right. And then later, as you develop your business, you'll find other products within your business that you'll determine might be profitable for you. So don't listen to the haters.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Exactly. With the blind trust and everything, a great example is with Tom. So when I went to, I was going to school, and I had been staying in the dorms the first 2 years. So this year I wanted to, I wanted to have my own room, live off campus. So I do that, and I talked to Tom and everything. He makes everything seem like really good. Like I was feeling great about it. We looked at the house, and I was gonna be staying in the basement, and the basement was needed a lot of work, some TLC, but he said everything will be ready for you when you get here. So
What was the agreement?
Oh, so yeah, like he said earlier, my mom had mailed him the check for the $330 to
I
security
know what
deposit.
she mailed. What was the agreement?
Oh yeah, that I pay like monthly, $330. So yeah, she paid him $660 for
And
the
did you
check.
sign a lease or not? He said
Yeah, I had signed it and then sent it to him, but apparently he never got it. So
Okay, so you did sign it and send it to him for the amount and the terms that he speaks of.
Now, on
Right.
September 2nd, he came out to our house, paid his September rent, and signed the lease.
Oh,
And it's on page
But-
2.
he just didn't send it back, you're saying?
Well, I didn't get the one I mailed to him, but he come out to my house and signed a new lease.
All right.
no, so basically, so I get there and everything, and the room is not. It's not up to par, honestly. It's really dirty. The door doesn't even close. There's dead bugs everywhere. There's actually it was kind of funny about how.
Did you mention it
messed
to him?
Yeah, I mean.
What'd he say?
That he would fix the door. There was already a problem with the washing machine, so he was gonna get to that afterwards.
What did the door look like?
Just didn't like shut all the way. But there's a TikTok video that I actually took that I just found it like.
No, I need to know more about the conditions of the house.
No, it'll show you in the TikTok.
Okay,
how
am I
bad
going
it
to
is.
see the condition of the door?
I'm not 100%
Do
sure.
you have pictures of the
Do
door?
you have the video? Or they should.
It has the
actually play
door?
It should.
Let's see
Watch the
it.
video.
All right, so I just moved in yesterday, and it's my first apartment. So let's have a room tour. All right, you guys ready? We're about to start off with a bang. All right, first of all, we got the cobwebs. I think Steve lives in this one. All right, next up, we got the brothers Jimbo and Juan. Here's Cornelius, and here's Bartholomew. And they must have killed my bro Declarius, because I don't know why he not moving. He upside down, too. All right, so
That's a
besides my
fly.
neighbors, I have this really cool light in here. So all you have to do is press this button, and it turns on, but it only turns on if you imagine, okay?
That didn't work.
So, you see it? I do. Next up, we have this futon. Now, I don't know whose it is. I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it's dirty, but I'm sleeping on it. So, YOLO. And there's a hidden perk of the room. I hit the ceiling.
So I guess I didn't.
Sir, you didn't see all of this before you moved in?
No, I did, but he had told me it
Why
would
did
be
you do
better.
it anyway?
It
Why
would be
did you
better.
move in anyway?
I don't
And
know.
I don't see the door you're referring to.
Yeah, I guess I
yeah.
didn't show it.
All I saw was bugs and something that needed a light bulb. Bugs are everywhere. The door, the door, the door. No door, no door. Let's move on.
Plaintiff Thomas May rented a house to the defendant, but the defendant claims the house was filthy and in disrepair.
The $4,000. Tell me how he owes for what?
By the way, he
amount?
never informed me about the door. But anyways,
And he can't inform me. I'm asking him. He didn't put it in there.
Your Honor, he
Go
showed
ahead,
you
sir.
pictures of the door in the basement.
Tell me what months he owes for.
10 months,
All
October
right.
through July.
Okay, his credibility is shot. I believe you. $4,000 is your judgment. I believe you. He claimed there was a lot of disrepair in the video he was going to show me. He saw something that he should have observed on his own before moving in. So I'm going to grant you $4,000 because everything he has said, he has not been able to prove. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
He's a very upstanding individual. I have no complaints with Jordan. I think his age, sometimes students in that age don't know what they're signing and what they're doing sometimes and don't look into all the aspects before they go ahead.
I mean, I hope there's no other problems, I guess, with like tenants and everything. And I hope, you and your wife over the years are still doing, up and strong with everything. But I just wish everything had ended better.